Hello, this is Wmpyr. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk you guys through this compilation video that I made of a recent workout. So right here, this is the next evolution of Heaven 6, which I already showed you guys. What we're doing here is the Heaven 6, but then we break off and do one random attack, and we alternate that, and we immediately go back to the Heaven 6, and then it's the other person's turn to do a random attack, and then that person takes us back to the Heaven 6, and so on and so forth. By adding that one element of chaos to the form, makes it a little bit more realistic. That is what's so important, because if you're doing the Heaven 6, you just get to the point where you're so used to it, it becomes so natural, which is a good thing, because this becomes your comfort zone. You could do it when you're not even thinking, even though when you first learn it, it's quite complex for a lot of people. And you make this so like you're breathing air or drinking water. It becomes so natural to you, but then you can't stay in that comfort zone. So right there, I added a random attack, and then we go right back to Heaven 6, And this is the first time that we do this. So the speed and the power is, we could go definitely faster and harder, but like I said, this is the first time that we've done this, so we're still taking it easy. Now the same idea is applied to this diamond shape attack, which is a diagonal down, diagonal down, diagonal up, and then a random attack, and then we go right back to the diamond shape, which is the four diagonals. So diagonal, 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 and then there's the diagonal, and right there, that was we don't know when. There's my random attack. That was a stab, and then we go right back to diagonal down, diagonal up, and back to the pattern. So we keep going, and now it's his turn, and that was his random attack. Diagonal down, diagonal up, and there's the diagonal up. And there was my random attack, which he didn't know was going to come immediately after, And then, it's funny because the Heaven 6 he found was actually easier than this. Like, he's more used to the Heaven 6 form, which is a more complex form, but he found it more easier to do than the diamond shape. And now we're applying the exact same thing to a simplified sombrata form. So this is the simple sombrata. There's my random attack, which was a stab. In the normal sombrata form, the stab is part of it, but here it's not. So it's okay. You could work with this simplified form. Boom, boom, and then now there's my random attack, and then I'm supposed to take us back to sombrata. If he takes us back, it's perhaps a little bit more realistic, but just to keep the drill easier, just to keep it organized. We want that chaos in there, but not too much chaos to where everything falls apart. So here we are back to force block, and we're doing the 5 angles of attack, which is the diagonal, diagonal, horizontal, horizontal, and then stab, diagonal, diagonal, side to side, and then stab. So, we're very used to this, and we're sticking to the form, the pattern, so it makes it easier. But because we've been switching stuff so much, you could see right there he was having a little bit of trouble going, what are we doing? And that's how real life is. There's going to be chaos and confusion, and it's good. That's all a good thing to experience. And here I am upping the pace a little bit, and almost in a way not giving him time to think. He just has to react. Whatever's been in the training, that's what comes out. So, and then this is the same thing, the exact same thing, but we're now in a much, much closer distance. Okay. So you're going to see it's the same 5 angles of attack: diagonal, diagonal, side to side, and stab. And here we go: diagonal, diagonal, side to side, and stab. Like I said, we're just much, much closer. So it's going to change. It's going to feel quite different, and it's also going to test your reflexes more. And this is good, like better for more like confined space type training. But it's good to change up these kinds of things like distance, speed, power, the form, adding those kinds of elements, because in real life, that's what's going to happen. You can't control necessarily those things. And now here we're training more. This is actually more of a fencing type of training, going more back to the traditional roots of Escrima Kali Arnis, which was quite enjoyable for me. I hope he was finding it enjoyable, but I didn't want to just keep the pressure on him. So here's a change of pace in the training. And this is where we emphasize footwork. Now, the more, when I say footwork, people start to go, they freak out. They go, what? Footwork? Can you please show us? It's real simple. You're just stepping as you strike. That's all it is. You're just taking one step as you strike. But I am encouraging him to step on the outside, and I am also, the attack is not just one strike. We're doing a more complex figure 8 pattern, so it is a double strike. And the angle where we are coming out to the side makes this a little bit more advanced, because we are thinking about their strike as well. We don't want to eat the strike. So you see he's going off in a 45-degree angle, and then you do a follow-up, and right there his stick got stuck in his follow-through. That's also another part of the training, doing the follow-through itself. But then when your stick gets stuck like that, that's a great opportunity to now adapt to that, because that can happen in real life, whether it's a stick or a blade, whatever type of weapon you have, it can get caught on something. And when it does, you want to be able to go with the flow. So, but, like I said, his mind is already being taxed. We're doing a lot of stuff in class that, it could be difficult. But anyway, just wanted to walk you through a typical training. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.